back, everyone, for some more of my Leeds United career mode here on FIFA 21. And we're here on Christmas Eve, and we're going to be traveling to Villa Park, and we're going to be taking on Aston Villa. But afterwards, we are going to do the halfway point stuff. We are going to be doing halfway point stats and tables and stuff like that. But before we get started here, hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well. And before I get into this game against Aston Villa, I will let you guys know that I am going to be replacing Almada in the starting lineup with Daniel James. Daniel James has been far better than what Almada has been. We already have 4 players 80 rated. We have Isak, James, Firpo, and Henderson. Firpo, I should say, is 83 rated. He is the highest rated player on this team, so that's awesome to see. But you can see we also made some changes. We also brought in Bellegarde because Roca is a bit knackered, and Wilbur will be coming in for Koch because he's a bit. His sharpness is not up to speed. But we are going to go ahead, and we are overcast at Villa Park. I'm willing to meet halfway in the middle and go cloudy. I hate when the game does that. But let's see. Yeah, I'll leave those kits on them, and then we'll put our away kits on us. Those away kits that Leeds had this particular season was sharp. As a matter of fact, I do have that. Unfortunately, I got a size too small, and unfortunately, I can't wear it. But I do have the kit. I do have the home and away kit for their first season back in the Premier League when this game was made. So, but without further ado, they are playing the exact same formation we are. But you know what, this is turning into, I can already tell this is going to be one of my favorite career modes. Despite how inconsistent this team is, and how bad the crossing is, I don't know what the hell EA did with this game, but the crossing has gone amok. But despite those problems, I just love this team. I adore this team. You see, Alexander Isak is the featured player.
All eyes on one man. In a rich vein of form and topping the scoring charts. Will he add more today on EA TV?
Now, if we can just get him to stop running past the ball when I cross to him, that would be great. He would be the perfect striker.
And welcome to a game that's always a pleasure to visit, Villa Park. I'm Derek Ray. I'm joined for commentary by former Arsenal fullback.
I'm not fond of Aston Villa, so I can't wait to smash these guys.
Premier League coming right up. It's Aston Villa up against Leeds United.
Thank you, Derek. I was just flicking through my notes at this one.
That didn't sound good, did it? I apologize. You know what I mean.
This is fingers crossed, eh?
Well, who will be the player to decide the outcome, to determine the course of events? No reason at all why it won't be this man. Lee, what do you anticipate seeing from him?
Well, he's a talented player, but he's got that one thing, the big P, what we all hate as defenders, pace. Soon as you've got that, you start looking behind you. Who's on the cover?
And they kick off here.
Oh, wow. Okay, let's just gift wrap this to Isak.
In it goes, an early goal. No wonder they're celebrating.
And he's doing the Alex Morgan celebration. I love it.
Well, here it is again, and I wonder how he waltzes past the defender so easily and then through on goal. Do you go for placement or do you go for power? Well, he certainly wasn't messing around.
He extends his Premier League leading goal tally to 17. 2 ahead of Marcus Rashford.
1-0 then.
Which, funnily enough, Marcus Rashford is out on loan at Aston Villa for Manchester United in real life at the time of recording this, so... Oh, that was that onside?
And it's a double for him in this game. No way for the opposition to contain him. And no wonder he's off celebrating. So 2-0 now.
Only thing is, I did not get the third kit, and I just didn't think about getting the third kit, but I do have the home and away kit that Leeds United had for this first season back in the Premier League. Daniel James playing his first game as a starter. Just could not get past. And of course, it touched the Villa guy last.
Well, here's the table, and from the
I mean,
Wolves'
of
point of
course, it
view,
touched
I
my
think we
guy
expected a
last.
lot more, didn't we?
Well, you just
Why
expect
do they
this
keep
being a
talking
Champions
about
League place
Wolves?
all the
That's
time,
starting
and
to
they're not.
freaking
They've dropped their
irritate me.
standards right from the top.
Was that
Real
onside?
chance.
Not the best of
Could
crosses.
be. He's gone and
Somehow
taken it.
Burko managed to get...
Brilliant piece of finishing.
I thought that was going to
Magnificent
hit the
goal.
side of the netting. How did Burko get that? I mean, yeah, the goal... I mean, that was a tight angle, even with the goal
Well,
being pretty
Derek,
much
I
wide
almost
open.
can't watch the replay. It's so bad. Rule number 1, if in doubt, clear your line.
That was a good
Faffing
strike
about
by
with no
Ezekiel
defensive
Burko.
third, never won any medals. Terrible play.
Oh, that placement could not have been perfect. But yeah, I've been pleased with Burko. It's just Almado that I've had issues with.
3-0.
Can we get the hat trick?
Surely.
Yes, we
And
can.
that's the hat-trick. Tearing apart
I think that's like the
defense
second or third hat trick
again.
I've scored
They
with
simply
Isak,
can't
so...
handle him.
But yeah, he's the gift that keeps on giving, and as a matter of fact, I think that's what I'm going to call this episode. But yeah, pretty much that should be done and dusted. Can we keep the clean sheet? Yes, we do. Wilka came on for Bellegarde, and Tanaka came on for McKennie. But yeah, we've managed to go through this first half of the season so far with 0 draws, which we're going to take a look at the table right now, as we are on Christmas Day right now. And we are in a Europa League spot. We are tied on points with Chelsea. To be honest with you guys, this is a little bit higher than what I want us to be. I want us to be anywhere between 8th and 11th. But if we can finish in the top 8, that would be great. I didn't mean to rhyme there, but you can see Manchester United is on top. Spurs, Liverpool, and Man City round out the Champions League spots. Of course, we own the Europa League spot for the time being. Though, if we do win the Carabao Cup like I intend to this season, we will be in the Europa League. Though, if I remember correctly, we'll be playing a playoff round for that. But you can see 12 wins, 7 losses. 2 of those 7 losses, to be honest with you, I feel we should have got something. The West Ham game, I think we should have got something, and I believe we could have got something from the Leicester game too. But it is what it is. And you say Bournemouth, Burnley, and Nottingham Forest are in relegation trouble. We are nowhere to... I mean, at one point, I believe we were only 2 points away from the relegation zone, but we've made a nice comeback since then, but... Round 3, we're going to be taking on Q Pure. That's going to be sometime early January. Carabao Cup, we are in the semifinals. We will be taking on arch rival Manchester United. And just to show you guys how the tournament has gone so far, I do believe we started in round 2, which Sheffield Wednesday knocked out Newcastle. We knocked out Ipswich 4-0. Come on! I don't know why my right analog stick is doing that all of a sudden, but... it's not making me happy. We beat West Brom 4-1 in round 3. And usually Wimbledon knocked out Liverpool on penalties. That would have been awesome if we were able to verse them at some point in this competition. But we eliminated Tottenham in round 4. And unfortunately Wimbledon lose to Leicester on penalties as we beat Chelsea 4-1. And we're going to take a look back at the preseason tournament, which I showed on camera. We did indeed win. I'm a little bit bummed we didn't get a chance to verse our old career mode club, Hertha. And Super Cup was played at the beginning of the season, Bayern beating Sevilla, which is usually the case. At least in FIFA, anyway. But we're going to take a look at the rest of England, starting with the Championship. And you see Leicester and Cardiff are... oh, no, we didn't play Leicester in the Premier League. Who was the team? I'm going to have to look who that other loss was. Why did I think Leicester? But yeah, I relegated Leicester alongside Southampton and Ipswich for this particular career mode. But they and Cardiff City are in the top 2 so far. Southampton, West Brom, Stoke, and Blackburn round out the top 6. Ipswich is sitting in mid-table. Sheffield Wednesday's having a pretty good competition. Charlton, Portsmouth, and Wycombe make up the relegation spots. Derby and Peterborough up in the top spot. Derby County dominating so far. Reading, Rotherham, Huddersfield, and Luton Town round out the playoff spots. Plymouth stuck in mid-table. Northampton, Accrington, Wimbledon, and Rochdale make up the relegation spots. And League 2, Mansfield Town, Burton Albion, and Shrewsbury make up the the automatic spots. Whereas Scunthorpe, Port Vale, Oldham, and Salford City round out the playoff positions. And Barrow and Grimsby Town round out the relegation spot. What was our one loss? Let me look at the calendar real quick. There was a team that besides West Ham that we should not have lost to. Oh, it was Brentford. Why did I think we beat Brentford? I don't know, but yeah, Brentford was the other team. Leicester we didn't play yet. And assuming they get promoted, we'll be facing them next year, but take a look at objectives here real quick. Youth development, we've already done that. Sign 3 players from North America, which I did show on camera, me going through release clauses of young American, Canadian, and Mexican players. But I do know the 3 players that I want to sign for this objective, so I'll get to that here in a bit. Financial, very low priority. I'm not too earnest about that. I'm not signing anybody else. We're well on track to finishing not only mid-table, but in the top 5. But they want us to reach around the 16, which should be obtainable. And then within 4 seasons, they want us to win the Premier League. Take a look at Youth Academy here real quick. But yeah, our Youth Academy is pretty much full right now. I'm just showing you guys attributes right now. Well, like measurements and stuff like that. Any skills that they might particularly have. Tell you what, once Costa gets to, I train him to be a center back, he will be promoted to the senior team. I can't wait to promote Murphy, though. He's only 15, so unfortunately I can't promote him yet, but just to show you guys here real quickly, anybody in particular will look at, you just go ahead and pause the video. But yeah, it's only take Mateo another week in order for him to reach a center back. Got an awful lot. There's no way I'm keeping all these wingers, by the way. I'm just going to have to just see who I like and who I don't. It's probably going to be the ones that have the lowest minimum potential that's going to end up being released. Like Moreno, I'm probably going to end up releasing him. Faulkner may be a candidate for me to release. Kurosawa, not so much because he has a potential of up to 90, but Hirano may be on the outside looking in. Iwasaki might be on the outside looking in. Giannidis probably will be let go. And these 2 goalkeepers are looking pretty good, though. I'm probably going to end up releasing Stevens because I can't sign both these guys because I can only sign 10 more players on my senior team, so. But we're going to take a look at transfer history real quick, which Reuter ended up. I ended up releasing Reuter, but he ended up going to Vitorul over in Romania. And I also released. Didn't I release somebody else? I think I released the bulk as well, if I'm not mistaken. And you can see we made a heck of a lot of loan signings. Pretty much all the guys that I got starting off with, like Rodon, Schmidt, Strauch, Ampadu, Melier, Peru, and Gruev, are going out on loan. But it's nice to see Reuter. See, I did want to renew his contract and send him out on loan, but he was not happy with my contract offer. So I put him on the transfer list, but nobody wanted him, so I ended up just releasing him. As Isak is now up to an 82, so that hat-trick helped getting up another overall. Bellegarde has been fantastic alongside. As a matter of fact, every single one of my center midfielders have been absolutely fantastic. Prevolyak has already grown by 3. So that's awesome, seeing Ezekiel Burko getting the job done. But let me see here real quick. Let me look up the Bach real quick. Lawrence de Bach. Yeah, he is still a free agent, so nobody's picked him up yet. But we are going to go, before I go into stats here, I am going to fix this team. Roca can come back to the team. Koch will be going back to the team. Bogle is competing with Christensen, see who can be my starting right back. Oh, before I look at it, I keep on forgetting to look at stats here real quick. We're going to go ahead and do that here real quick. Isak running away with the Golden Boot. He has 19 goals in 14 matches, which is 5 less than most everybody else in this competition. But you can see Prevolyak with 6. He's the only other Leeds player on this list. Almada tied with Harry Kane. That's actually surprising considering every time I play him, he's been awful. And Henderson with 8 clean sheets. And Darlow with 2, so combined 10, which matches Alisson. We're not in the FA Cup yet, so... or should I say we are in the FA Cup, but we haven't yet to play. Darlow does have a clean sheet to his name. Somerville tied with Burns and Perez, both playing for Leicester City at this time. One's a current Newcastle player, another one's a former one. Somerville with 3, Prevolyak with 2. And speaking of Prevolyak, he is the leading goal scorer by a country mile. He's the only Leeds player on this list. And I'm not really going to talk much about this. Almada leading assister, Isak leading goal scorer, and Darlow with the leading clean sheets. But we are going to go. And before I get into stats here, I do want to recall a couple players. I want to recall Unino Kane. And I want to recall... Where is he at? I want to recall Edmondson. Because these guys I'm going to be using for swap deals in order to bring in the players I'm going to be showing you afterwards. But we are going to go into stats here real quick. Everybody else can stay on loan. But it should be no surprise, Alexander Isak, leading goal scorer. He's grown by 3. He's at an 82 now. Prevolyak, awesome backup striker. He's also grown by 3. He's at a 74. Bellegarde having a hell of a season. Despite being a center mid, he's got 12 goal contributions in 16 matches. Weston McKennie, 8 goal contributions in 17 matches. Burko, I've been very pleased with him. He's grown by 3. Konsambi, awesome, 7 goal contributions in 12. Somerville, despite being my backup right winger, got 13 goal contributions in 11 matches. Tyler Adams, 6 goal contributions from CDM. Mark Roca having a good season. James having a decent enough season. He's felt good every time I played him. Tanaka actually has not been doing bad, despite him being kind of quiet when I play with him. Almada, 1 goal and 12 assists. But he just does not feel right when I play with him in game, though. I am going to stick with my decision not to put him back in the starting lineup. You can see Melier's already grown by 2 during his time at, I believe that's Cadiz. Or Cadiz, I should say. Ampadu's grown by 2. That's awesome to see during his time at Club Rouge. Strauch grown by a couple during his time at Mouscron over at Belgium. I'm surprised Robles hasn't, or Robles, I should say, has not complained about game time. Of course, Sinisterra, he's grown by 3, though. I have not played him at all. I'm hoping to sell him. Solomon, I'm hoping to move him on. Peru, hopefully he'll get and go. I don't know about Aronson. I might end up including him in a swap deal that I don't know. I don't know how I want to go about that. And a bunch of my youth academy players that I do need a loan list, which I'll be doing off camera. 5 clean sheets and 11 for Carl Darlow. My center backs haven't been too bad. They're growing at a decent enough rate for my liking. Let's see, they're all fighting amongst each other to see who can be my starting center backs. And Dean Henderson, 9 and 17. So my goalkeepers are doing the job here for me. But we are going to take a look at development plans. If there's anybody in particular you want to look at, you can just go ahead and pause the video. It's going to take 4 weeks for Henderson to reach an 83. That's awesome to see. Firpo at an 83, the highest rated player on the team. Don't really hear a whole much from Byron, but yeah, Velber's at a 76. He is my lowest rated center back, but he's been tremendous for me. Koch, Martinez, Cuerta, and Llorente, all 3 of them are at a 78. Well, actually, no, I'm lying. Llorente's at a 77. Weston McKennie, not growing as fast as what I would like, but solid player nonetheless. Bellegarde, absolutely. I think I would consider him a hidden gem for sure. Of course, he plays for Wolves in real life, which for some reason this particular game will not shut up about every time I play in game. Wolves have absolutely nothing to do with this at this point. Yeah, I'm hoping I get some permanent deals for Sinister and Solomon and also Aronson if I can. And Prevolyak, every bit as awesome, if not more awesome, than when he was in my Hertha Berlin career mode. And Isak, despite the fact that he does not know how to read a cross whatsoever, everything else he's been fantastic. So I can't really complain too much about Alexander Isak. And yes, Melia is indeed at Cadiz, because the Z is pronounced like a TH in that particular region of Spain. But we are going to go ahead and I'm also going to show you guys, which I know I said this, but we are going to take a look at the guy. There are 3 in particular that I do want to look at here. And first one I want to sign is George Bello, even though I didn't even notice that he is injury prone, which is a bit of a concern. But to be honest with you, these 3 guys that I'm going to sign, I really don't have any real plans to use them. They're just to fulfill the objective, especially with Bello, but I'll be looking to sign him. Busio, he can also play as a center mid or a cam. He does have the flair trait. And the last guy I'm going for is Tajon Buchanan, which I think he plays as a wing back in real life, or even a full back, but at least in this game he is a right mid. He can play as a winger, so I'll be looking to bring him in as well. All 3 of these guys have release clauses, but I'm just going to not worry about that. Of course, I do have Sanchez, I have Jackson Newell, and I also thought about putting Reggie Cannon in there, but I think I'm going to go with Bello, Busio, and Buchanan, the triple Bs. So we're going to go for those 3 players, and hopefully that will be enough to fulfill that particular objective. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk about here before I end this episode. Let me see if there's anything in the news feed that's worthwhile. Why are they showing us this? We're not in the Europa League. Why are they showing us this? Okay, Martinez Huerta is happy with his playing time. Matt Ritchie got nominated for November Player of the Month. That's interesting. Well, I don't think there's really anything else I want to say. I can't really think of anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys what's going to be on deck for the next episode. I am going to be doing all my signings here, and then we will be picking things up here on Christmas Day. I will show you guys all the moves that I've been able to do. Well, we'll be able to, we'll find out as we go, but I'm going to be making those 3 signings. That's all I'm going to do off camera, is make those 3 signings, put a bunch of players out on loan list, and, should I say, get a bunch of players and have them loan listed, if I'm speaking proper English. But we are going to go ahead, we're just going to keep on moving forward. I'm probably going to end up simming this game against Tottenham Hotspur. Maybe sim this game against Bournemouth as well. But we are going to be playing this game against QPR. We will definitely be playing these matches against Manchester United. Probably play at least the Burnley game and also the West Ham game. And sim these games against Crystal Palace and Fulham. But I do want to get at least the January transfer window done in the next episode. So, and then, of course, from the next episode on will be without my commentary. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.